Hey, what's up, everybody? I am so excited that y'all are here with me. I am going to be sharing with you behind the scenes of my AI team. So, you probably heard me. If you've been on my lives, you've heard me talk about, let me move my mic. You've heard me talk about using AI and that I love using AI. And I talk about how I'm going to be using AI at my different events that are coming up, Positioned for Profit, which comes up in November 3rd through the 5th, which is a virtual event. And then also at the 6th, the Speaking Industry Expo, which is March 16th through the 18th of 2026 in Atlanta. So I'm always talking to you all about, oh, we're going to be using these AI tools and it's going to help you. And I know for some people, you may think, what is she really talking about? Or not really understanding. Some of you are more advanced, some of you are less advanced, some of you just don't even know what we're talking about. And some of you just don't like AI. So let me say this to you. If you are an expert, if you are what I call an expertpreneur, somebody who wants to make money from their mind, you need to be using AI. And I'm not saying to use AI to replace your thoughts or your thinking, but you need to leverage AI so that it enhances what you're doing, that it enables what you're doing, that it accelerates what you're doing. And that's what I do with AI. So I spend a lot of time building what we call custom GPTs. So that's what I'm going to introduce you to today is my custom GPTs that I have created as my AI team. So I call them my expertpreneur team. And for those of you who don't know me, I am Kelly Charles Collins. I am a retired trial attorney. So I practiced law for over 2 decades, representing global national companies, multi-million dollar and billion dollar companies in cases where their employees were, suing them, suing them for discrimination, harassment, all the things. And in 2020, I retired from the practice of law to become a professional speaker. Since then, I have become the award-winning TEDx speaker. Actually, that happened before I left the practice of law. I've written 5 books, and now I work with established professionals to help them, especially women professionals, to help you to package, position, and price your expertise so that you can close 5 and 6 figure contracts. And one of the ways that I'm looking at in terms of working with my clients and making your job easier and my job easier is leveraging AI and leveraging the tools that are out there. Now, what I'm going to show you today is what I call custom GPTs, right? That's what they're called. I don't call them that. That's what they're called, custom GPTs, which are created inside of Chat GPT. Now, I've been using Chat GPT since it started. My clients who've worked with me, I've taught them how to use Chat GPT. I've taught them how to use other AI tools, and I'm always looking at other AI tools also. But most people know about ChatGPT, and I'm going to show you how I am leveraging ChatGPT in my business as an expertpreneur. Now, I do not use it as a substitute to just create stuff for me. I'm always feeding it information. So my GPT is trained on who I am, trained on how I speak, how I write, how I think. And so anything that I put into my GPT will give me an output that sounds like me, right? And so those are the things you have to do. So when people are saying, "Oh, don't use AI, don't use Chat GPT, don't, because you're gonna sound like whatever," they don't. That's because they haven't trained their GPT, right? And so what you need to do is actually train. But if you're like, yeah, I don't feel like doing that. I'm not into AI like you, Kelly. I don't think it's fun. No worries. I built my team so that I can lease it. So I can lease the team out to you if you want to be able to use my team. You don't have to worry about how to build it. You don't have to worry about, like, what am I supposed to do? All you gotta do is input information. It is all of the team members that you're going to meet today. They are trained on my frameworks, on my strategies, on my expertise. I'm always updating them. And so the outputs that you will get, though they're trained on my knowledge, so it's like having access to my brain. it will still give you the custom outputs that you need because you're going to train it on your thought processes, the way that you speak, the way that you want your outputs to come out. So if you're on with me, let me know if you have been using AI and if you've been using GPTs or any of that kind of stuff. And like I said, if you want to be able to lease my team, let me know. Just drop team in the comments. And then also so that you know, we will be using some of these GPTs during my event. So you'll get access to be able to play with them. So you'll see exactly what type of outputs you're going to get. And today I'm going to show you one of them. Her name is Remixi. So they're all women on my team. You'll meet Remixi, and I'm going to show you exactly what Remixi does. Okay. All right. So first, I'm going to share my screen so that I can show you the different GPTs that I've created. So I'm going to introduce you to my team. So there are 10 team members. I'm going to introduce you to each one of them. And then we're going to play around with Remixi. So let me get this on the stage. I'm going to put this full screen. And let me see how I hope y'all can see that. I have a wide screen on my, let me do it this way. And let me come back to you for a second just so that I can see. Okay, I'm going to do it that way because I have a really big screen for my computer. And so sometimes it gets too small. So hopefully you can see that. Let's see, maximize. All right. So I'm going to go over to my page so that you can see, and I will come back and forth because I can't see you and see this. All right. So first team member I want you to meet is Chloe. So Chloe is, you see here, she says, I'm Chloe, the content curator. My role is to help you map out a 90-day marketing plan and a 30-day content calendar. So what Chloe will do is she's going to ask you a series of questions. And once you give her that data, what she's going to do is then map out for you a 90-day marketing plan. So what you need to do over the next 90 days in order to achieve whatever marketing goal that you have told her, because she's going to ask you about your goals. And then based on that 90-day plan, then she will create for you a 30-day content calendar. The thing to understand about this team is that they are built to work with each other. So you will see in some of the other team members, when you actually use them, it will ask you for information from one of the other team members. So they're not built just as standalone. They actually are built to act and operate as a team. So first we have Chloe. And Chloe is one that let me go back to Chloe. Chloe is one that we're going to use for the for position for profit. So position for profit, day one, we're going to be talking about mindset and positioning. Day two, we're going to be talking about messaging. And day three, we're going to be talking about money. So on day two for messaging, we are going to use Chloe. So once you leave on day two after Chloe is going to give you a 90-day marketing plan based on you. It's customized to you and your content. And she's also going to give you a 30-day content calendar. So you will leave on day two from Positioned for Profit with that output from Chloe. All right. So then we also have Renee. So Renee, she says, hey, I'm Renee, your revenue architect, and I'll help you design a 90-day roadmap to your next 25K or more. We'll build a clear plan based on your numbers, goals, and capacity, not guesswork. So again, with Renee, you're going to input information about your revenue goals, and she is going to give you a report and output a roadmap for the next 90 days and how to make sure that you get that amount of money that you said that you wanted to generate, right? To generate that income. So again, this is built on my frameworks and built on my expertise, but it's going to give you your customized output. And so on day 3 of Position for Profit, we'll be using Renee. So when you leave, so day 2, you're going to leave with your Chloe report. Day 3, you're going to leave with your Renee report. All right. So let's see who else is on my team. Hey, y'all over there. Oh, hey, from Medellin, Colombia, Ryan. All right. So team member number 3, ignore this ugly picture. I got to change that. I don't know why they put that there. Her name is Aliyah. So Aliyah is your authority pricing model consultant. Aliyah is built on my authority pricing model framework and methodology. And what she does is to give you market validated pricing. In this industry, in this expert industry, pricing is made up. So if somebody's charging $500 and somebody's charging 50,000 and somebody's charging, 1750, right? It's all made up. People just make up those numbers. There's no tiers, there's no regulations, there's nothing that says that this has to be your fee or that doesn't have to be your fee. What I've realized, though, that working with clients and working especially with professional women who come out of the corporate space, you've made high 5 figures, 6 figures, multiple 6 figures. When you come into the entrepreneurial space, there is a real disconnect in your mind about your true value. And so somebody over here in corporate America has set your value as a salary, and they're basically renting you and paying you over time. And then you come into this space and you're like, well, they paid me $12 an hour or $20 an hour or what equated to $100 an hour. So when I come now into this entrepreneurial space, I am going to charge that same $100 an hour. No, because really what your value is that 100,000, 200,000, 85,000 dollars a year that they were paying you. So that is really your value. But I understand that it's hard to then make that transition. And how do you really say with your whole chest, right, what this number is? And so I have developed a model that allows you to say these numbers with clarity, with confidence, with credibility, because they are going to be market validated based on your data. So I can't wait for you to do that. So she says, hi, I'm Aliyah, your authority pricing model consultant. I deliver pricing reports that reflect the true value of your expertise, ready to use in sales, proposals, and marketing. So she is going to give you an actual report. Now, Aliyah, we won't use Aliyah in Position for Profit, but we are going to use Aliyah during the Speaking Industry Expo in March. So if you want to know what your true market validated pricing is as an expert, so a speaker, a trainer, a coach, or consultant, grab your ticket for the Speaking Industry Expo so you can work with Aliyah and get that report, or lease my whole team and you can get access, right? So if you want to lease the team or any members of the team, drop team in the comments and you can lease my team there. Okay. So that was Aliyah. So now let's meet Octavia. So Octavia, she says, hi, I'm Octavia, your offer architect, and my role is to help you package your expertise into clear strategic offers that align with your fees, your business model, and the way you want to work. Just say hello and we'll get started. So Octavia is going to actually help you package your expertise into offers that you can sell. So probably, I guess last month for the past 2 months, August and September, I did a master class on how to build your first or next 25K offer. And I was talking to you about the different ways that you could put offers together. And so again, I have trained Octavia on all of my expertise and what I know about really building 5 and 6 figure offers, and they can be beyond 6 figures. You just need to put that data in there. And what she's going to do is analyze all of that data for you, and she is going to develop the offers for you. You don't have to guess. She will put it all together for you and give you a report. All you got to do is then copy and paste that information. Again, Octavia is one of our team members that we will be using to create our content and during our implementation labs in the 6th in March. So when you come to Atlanta, will be using Octavia to do that. And again, some of these team members work with each other. So Octavia is going to work with different team members. And when you start to interact with Octavia, she will ask you questions and ask you for information from different places. All right. The next team member that I want to introduce you to, and her name is Sage. So let's meet Sage. Sage, I'm Sage, your presentation refinement coach, delivering precise framework based feedback to strengthen your signature talks and other types of presentations. So it could be other presentations and elevate your impact on stage. Now, Sage is built based on my signature talk black print. My signature talk black print is the proprietary framework that I have built that I use to help my clients develop signature talks that convert into 5 and 6 figure contracts. Okay. And so she is trained on all of that methodology. And so what you would do is to upload whatever it is, if you have a presentation or if you have your signature talk already, if you have maybe a recording of it or a transcript of it, or even just pieces of it, you're going to upload that, and Sage is going to analyze that for you. And based on my expertise, based on my signature talk black print, she's going to give you feedback on how to make that even better. So Sage is not one that we'll use at any of the events, but Sage is available as part of our team. All right. Now let's look at Remixi. Remixi is going to mix it up for you, right? So, hi, I'm Remixi, your content repurposing partner. I will help you turn any piece of content into multiple content formats that align with your expertise, brand, and voice. And I'm going to show you how Remixi works today. But Remixi, we are going to use in at the 6, right? So we'll use Remixi at the 6. However, Remixi works in conjunction with Chloe, and she will work in conjunction with Maya, which Maya is not on here yet, but I'm going to add Maya. But so they'll work together because they're all part of like the content framework that we're working with. So Remixi, what you do with Remixi is you give Remixi your content. Remember at the beginning, I said, I don't use AI to just make up stuff for me. I give it information. So if I've recorded, for example, we're going to use the transcript from my live earlier this week on Monday. I did a live, 3 mistakes, 3 positioning mistakes costing you 25K and more opportunities. We're going to use the transcript of that live with Remixi, and I'm going to show you how she can then take that and make multiple pieces of content. Because I know that so many of you, like, creating content is just it's horrible. I know. I don't like it, right? And when you have to create content for all the different platforms and they don't like, for Instagram, it needs to be one way, LinkedIn should be another way, Facebook another way, TikTok, right? All the different things. Who has time for that? Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time to be sitting up here trying to figure all of those things out. And so I built Remixi to help you to do that really quickly and efficiently. All right. Hey, y'all over there on Instagram. Thanks for joining me. All right. So let's see. Okay. So that's Remixi, and we're going to show you Remixi in a second. Now, let me introduce you to Sonia. So Sonia is your sales coach. I know a lot of you, like me, is like, I ain't into the sales piece, but we have to sell. If we're entrepreneurs, we got to sell, whether we like it or not. So Sonia, she says, I'm here to help you sharpen your pitches, navigate sales conversations, build strong proposals, and handle objections with confidence. We'll practice together so you're ready when it's time to talk to decision makers and buyers. So this is an actual interactive role play team member. So she is going to role play with you. She's going to give you feedback. She's going to give you ideas. So here you'll see that you can do pitch practice. You can do sales call role play. She'll help you build your proposals. So if you've had a discovery call with a client and they said, hey, send me over a proposal, now you can take that information and Sonia will help you to build that proposal. And then she'll also do proposal presentation practice with you. So if you want to do a video or if you want to know how to actually present the proposal, in a meeting with a client, she'll do that with you and she'll do some other stuff. So these are just examples, but she is an actual interactive role play. What I want you to understand about all of these team members that I have built, they are built to be strategists. They're also built to be analysts. They're built to be your advisors. So it's not just like you're dumping data in and they're dumping data out. They are actually analyzing and strategizing with you because I have built them that way because that's who I am. I'm a strategic advisor. And so I have built them based on my expertise and the way that I work with my clients. So again, you're getting access to my brain when you are working with these GPTs. So that is Sonia. That is what Sonia is going to do for you. So you will actually be role playing with Sonia. Okay, let's go to our next one, which is Paisley. So Paisley is your positioning partner. Paisley has not been built out yet, but Paisley is going to be used during the positioned for profit day one. Remember, we talked about we're going to do day one mindset and positioning. So Paisley is going to help you to really understand who you are, the impact you want to create, who do you want to create it for, why do you want to create it, really be able to put that together in a way that you can deliver with clarity, confidence, and credibility to your clients. You'll be able to use it as a headline on your LinkedIn, on your other social media, when you're out networking and talking with other people. And so she's going to really take all of what's in your mind and that expertise and distill it into something that is powerful and profitable in terms of your positioning. So that we're going to be using Paisley. All right. And then Stormey, Stormey is your brainstorming partner. So Stormey is more specifically used for, remember I was talking about my signature talk black print? Stormey is more specifically used for phase one of our signature talk black print. She is built on that phase of the process. And so when I'm working with clients to help you to develop your signature talks, your signature presentations, that is one you will then use Stormey, right? To be able to do that because she's going to take you through that whole foundational phase of from, just understanding what your topic is all the way through understanding your client's problems and their transformation and how you're going to, um, work with them and all of the foundation pieces that are in the signature talk black print, talking about your point of view and talking about your business model. There's a whole bunch of stuff, right, that goes into that, but she will give you a whole report. And then Maya is going to be our marketer, and Maya needs to be built too, but Maya is the one who's going to help you to also actually create some content. So while Remixi helps you to repurpose your content that you already have, Maya will be built to help you actually create content, right? So create content for your social media, create landing pages, create lead magnets, all that kind of stuff. That's what Maya is going to be built to do for you. So let's jump in. And if you have any questions about my AI team, just let me know. Again, if you want to lease the AI team, then drop team in the comments and I will get back to you. If you want to use these GPTs and see what what it's like to use them before leasing them, then sign up for positionedforprofit.com. So it's positioned the number for profit.com. And when you go there, you can also upgrade to a bundle so that you can get tickets to the Speaking Industry Expo, which happens in Atlanta, March 16th through the 18th. So Positioned for Profit is a 3-day virtual intensive that happens November 3rd through the 5th. So 3rd, 4th, 5th. And we're going to be talking about mindset / positioning, messaging, and money. And then the 6th Speaking Industry Expo, that happens March 16th through 18th, 2026 in Atlanta. That's in person, right? Okay. And that's at Speaking Industry Expo, xpo.com. I'll drop all the links in the comments, and you see Position for Profit is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. So let's go back to Remixi. And I want to show you actually how Remixi works. So I am going to, let me go here. So I'm going to say hello. to Remixi. And let's see how long this takes. So we're starting at 12:09. So we're starting at Remixi. So she says, "Hey there, what's your first name?" So I'm going to tell her, "My name is Kelly." And she says, "Hi, Kelly. I'm Remixi, your content repurposer. My job is to take the content you've already created, your talks, podcasts, workshops, or videos, and turn it into multiple ready to use assets you can leverage across platforms. Quick heads up, if you refresh or close this page, everything we create here will disappear. So it's smart to copy and save anything." So that's because she's built right now inside of ChatGPT. Once we lease this, we will put it in a behind a paywall and behind a framework where you'll be able to have what they call persistent. You'll be able to keep your information. So it says, "Before we start, do you already know what content you want me to repurpose, or do you have your Chloe report ready to upload?" So remember, I was saying they're built to work together. So she, Remixi, is asking you, "Hey, did you already work with Chloe? If you already have what you did with Chloe, then put that in." Remember, Chloe gives you a 90-day marketing plan and a 30-day content calendar. So now you could take that content calendar and all of that stuff and put it in here, because then it will leverage all of that information, and you can also then upload whatever content you have. So I'm going to say I already have my content. So yes, I have my content, but don't have a Chloe report. Okay. All right. So says, "Perfect, Kelly. That's all I need. Go ahead and upload your source content. It can be a transcript, audio, video file, article, or slide deck. Any format works. Once I have it, I'll analyze it and suggest 3 to 5 smart repurposing options that fit your material best. Just upload the file now and we'll get started." So I'm going to upload my let me go to my downloads. And I am going to upload, oh no, there it was, shoot. I'm going to upload the transcript from my live that I did on Monday. 3 positioning mistakes costing you 25K or more opportunities. So I'm just going to say, here you go. Right. So I've uploaded the transcript right there. And now now Remixi has it. So I'm just going to click, and she is going to analyze that transcript. So she says, "Excellent, Kelly. I've got your talk, 3 positioning mistakes costing you 25K contract." See, that's exactly what I uploaded for her. Says it's rich with insight and practical examples, a perfect foundation for repurposing. Before I start creating assets from it, let's set a few details so everything aligns with your voice and goals. So remember, I said it is programmed and instructed and based on my expertise. However, I want to make sure that you get custom outputs based on who you are. So that's why she's asking you, what is your tone? What is your length? What is your style? So I'm going to say my tone is conversational, authoritative, and direct, right? So that's my tone. And length, let's do some short and medium posts, or short and medium content. And I like narrative, but I also like to use bullet points. So I'll say narrative, but use bullet points where necessary. Okay. And then or where appropriate. I'll say where appropriate. So we're at 12:13, so we're 4 minutes in. All right. So it says, "Lastly, would you like me to suggest 3 to 5 repurposing formats that would get the most traction from this content, like a LinkedIn post, a carousel, newsletter, before we dive in?" So you can have Remixi just, do what she thinks is best, or you can say, "Hey, no, I specifically want this type of content." So I'm going to say, "Do what you think is best based on this content." Okay. All right. So I hit submit, and she goes, "Perfect, Kelly. Conversational, authoritative, and direct. Got it. You've got the kind of talk that sells clarity and confidence, not fluff. The material is packed with teachable frameworks, your W's, transformation language, and a strong call to authority. Here's what I recommend repurposing first: the formats that will work hardest for your message." So she says, "Hey, I think we should do a LinkedIn post for authority building, and she tells you the purpose, the angle, the tone, and the result. Then she says, I think also what would help is a carousel post, then a newsletter insight, some short reels, and a lead magnet concept. Now she says, if you're happy with these 5 directions, I'll begin by drafting the first LinkedIn post, short, conversational, authoritative, and ready to post. Would you like me to start with this one? Yes, I do. I would like you to start. So we have her start. So she is thinking, right? Perfect, Kelly. Here's your LinkedIn post draft designed to hook instantly, deliver fast, deliver value fast, and position you as the expert who turns confusion into cash. Now, I like that. Hey, we turning confusion into cash over these in these streets. So I love that that she says that, right? So that's probably something that I will use somewhere. Okay. So here is the LinkedIn post, right? So she lays out the entire LinkedIn post. I like it for now, right? And here, see, because I'm doing position for profit, and that's something that I talked about in the transcript. She has made that a CTA. So I'm not going to edit it right now. I'm just going to keep going so that you can see. So yes, let's go on to creating our carousel post script. We're still just at 12:16. I forget. We started at 12:03, I think, or 12:09. I forget. 12:09. All right. So here's your carousel script. So here she's telling me exactly what to do. Here's what's for slide 1, slide 2, slide 3, slide 4. I don't have to make up anything. And it's all me. This is not anything that's made up. It's taking my words from what I did on my video live, right? And now it's just repurposing. So now we have already 2 pieces of content. We have a great LinkedIn post. We have our carousel script that we can just take this and put into Canva. You know that Chat GPT and all these things are all connected, like with Canva, so you could probably have it created. All right, so now let's do our newsletter. So let's do our newsletter draft. And again, based on the content, and what she's doing is she's analyzing the transcript and giving us different iterations. So everything doesn't sound the same, right? She's giving you different iterations based on the content that you have uploaded. So here, she's giving you a quick newsletter, right? So you could drop this as just a piece of your newsletter, or this could be your entire newsletter. For me, I have a Substack. I could take this and drop this on my Substack newsletter. If you have a LinkedIn newsletter or just your email newsletter, you could do that. So great. It's only 12:17 and we already have 3 valuable pieces of content. Now, we want to do some reels and shorts, right? So let's look at some videos. If you're a speaker, trainer, coach, or consultant, yeah, you should be speaking. So here's some short videos. If you're like me, I don't really love scripts, but I will use them. And there's other tools that I use that make it easier, right? We could talk about that another day. I'll talk about other tools that I use. But here, great, Kelly, here's 3 short form video scripts. They're 30 to 45 seconds. These are perfect for reels and they're perfect for YouTube shorts. It gives you the script. You don't have to worry about anything. And guess what? Again, it's based on your own content. It's not based on anybody else's content. It's based on your own content. And that's what I love about this. And again, she's not going to give you my words. She's going to give you your words because you're going to upload your own content. So here's a whole script. You're not on page, you're under positioned, right? So if you hear all these, you know I'm gonna be recording these. Stop branding what you haven't positioned. Your title isn't your value. So these are all scripts that she has developed based on that one transcript that I uploaded. And I think that video was probably close to an hour, but it doesn't have to be that long. All right, so now let's talk about, she said she was going to do these 5 pieces of content. Let's talk about the 5th piece of content, which is a lead magnet. So yeah, help me create a lead magnet based on this. So she says, this is going to become your audience magnet. Here's the concept and structure for your lead magnet mini guide. Fix your positioning, 3 frameworks to get paid like a pro. And she says it's designed to attract expertpreneurs, speakers, and consultants who are done undercharging, to showcase your authority and your position for profit methodology, and to convert new subscribers into warm leads for your November event and future programs. So she gives me the title. She tells me what format option it should be. right? So it's a 5-page PDF. She tells me what page one, the structure, the cover, pulls in my positioning framework, my differentiation framework, the premium path framework, right? And then she has a call to action. And again, because I'm doing an event or doing events coming up, there's here. So what she wants to know now, because she's created these pieces of content for you, do you want me to also create some short promotional caption that pairs with the lead magnet, right? So if I create the lead magnet and I'm trying to get people to download that lead magnet, give me your email address in exchange for the lead magnet, it's still got to have like a caption, right? And I don't want you to have to figure out what that is. So she's built to do all of these things. So now she says, do you want a short promotional caption? So I'm just going to say yes. Sure, Remixi, help me do that. Please help me do that. So Remixi is thinking, and based on that, she's now created the captions that I can use, and I can use this. So if I wanted to, I could say, hey, can you do different captions for LinkedIn, Facebook, and IG? So they are platform specific, right? Because we know that the platforms like content in different ways. So here she says, smart move, Kelly. Each platform rewards a slightly different rhythm, tone, and pacing. Below are 3 platform specific captions for your lead magnet. Fix your positioning, 3 frameworks to get paid like a pro. So now she's giving you a LinkedIn caption. She's giving you a Facebook caption. And she is giving you an Instagram caption, right? So they're all based on, and you can have her change this up as much as you like, right? So would you like me to compile all of your assets, LinkedIn post, lead magnets into a Word document ready for download? Yes, please, especially now because the way it is built now, it will disappear once I come out of here. So I'm going to say yes. I want you to create that document for me so that I can download that document. And again, the way that it'll be built, if you lease the team, it will allow you to save your data. We're going to be building it so that it saves the data. But right now, the way it's going to be used now and the way that we'll be using it in our events, it won't have what they call persistence. So that's why we also develop them so that they give you actual outputs in Word documents or Excel sheets, however I wanted the information compiled. And so again, if you want to lease the team, just drop team in the comments and we can talk about that. Okay, so here she says, all set. Your complete deliverable is ready. You can download it here. It includes your LinkedIn post, carousel script, newsletter draft, 3 reels, short scripts, a lead magnet concept, and platform-specific captions for that lead magnet. We are at 12:23 p.m. We started this at 12:09, I believe. 14 minutes. In 14 minutes, we've taken one piece of content. We've already put it into 5 valuable pieces of content that you can then go out and leverage, right? So let me see over here. Move caption, remove protection. I'm going to see if the report, and I'll see if I can pull up the report for you. Oh, it pulled up like a million things on my screen. Hold on. All right. So all right. So what you're going to get from her, I'm going to come back to you in a second. So if I can, let me get another screen up. I'm going to stop this screen for a second. So you see there, right? She's giving us our report. So now I'm going to see if I can find this other screen for you. What is the name of this document? It may not, let's see. Is this it? Okay, here it is. All right. So here you can see, I'm going to show you. So this is the output. So it's a Word document. So the LinkedIn post, there it is. The carousel post, there are your slides, the newsletter draft. There's your newsletter draft. the reels and scripts, there's your scripts. Now, you can see here she's kind of summarizing, so we'll build it so that she gives you every specific thing that you need, and then your lead magnet concept, and then your platform specific captions. So that's Remixi. What do y'all think? So 12:19 to 12:25, we have 12:09, I'm sorry, to 12:25 p.m. 16 minutes. You got five pieces of valuable content from your one piece. It is, you can make as many pieces of content, as many things. If you want to do a post or quotes or threads or YouTube shorts, reels, newsletters, blog posts, polls, everything. She is built for this. She is built to help you to do all of those things. So if you want to play around with Remixi, you got to come to the Speaking Industry Expo in March. If you want to work with Paisley around your positioning, if you want to work with Chloe so that she can help you to pull together your 90-day marketing plan and your 30-day content calendar, and if you want to work with Renee, your revenue roadmap architect, to help you to understand what are the things that you need to do in order to meet your 90-day revenue goal, come to Positioned for Profit. You see it scrolling across the screen, positioned the number for profit.com, and register. When you get on that page, let me see if I can, let me pull that up for you. When you get on the Positioned for Profit page, let me go there for you. Let me go on that screen. Okay. So I'm Positioned for Profit. When you go on this screen, you'll see that it's a 3-day virtual intensive for established professionals ready to position and package their expertise to command 25K to 100K plus contracts. Again, it's November 3rd through the 5th, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's 4 hours. It's going to be an implementation intensive. So you can read all the stuff that it's about, but I want to come down and show you. So here's your day 1 mindset, your expert positioning foundation. Day 2 is message, your authority building content strategy. Day 1, go high level. We are going to have their business development manager, either day 1 or day 2. I haven't gotten that. We're not really sure which date yet, so I'll move that around. But he's going to be there, and he's going to talk to you about how to use Go High Level, which is the system that I use, my customer relation management system that I use to power my business, like power the back end of my business. So they're going to be there to talk to you about that. Verizon Business is going to have someone speaking to you about AI on one of the days. Day 3 is money, all about money. So your revenue roadmap. We are in this business to make money from our mind. But what I wanted to show you is there's our sponsors. There's John. He's going to be speaking. Here's our featured expert. So we're also going to have other experts besides me and John and from Verizon. So Dr. Renee Baker, Stacia Crawford, Keisha Hickson, Deloria Nelson Street, Adrian Reynolds, and Nicole F. Smith are all going to be presenting during these 3 days. So this is power packed, y'all. And if you want to know like what it's like to work with me and what happens when you work with me, just go on here. You'll see real results from real experts. Now let's go down to the nitty gritty so that you can get your ticket, because I don't want y'all playing around and not getting in the room. So here's the thing. You can secure your seat, and there are different levels. So I'm going to pull this up for a second. And you see what this says, 3 days. That's because the price increases in 3 days. So if you want to pay this amount and not more, then go to positionforprofit.com. So right now we have Position for Profit, the 3-day intensive. Crazy as hell that I'm doing this, but the price is $100. Nuts. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was thinking of y'all. But this is part of our road to the 6, right? So Position for Profit is just one leg of our journey on our road to the 6. So Position for Profit, if you just want to do that, you don't want to do anything else, you just want to do the 3-day virtual intensive, $100 right now. Go grab your ticket before the price increases. If you're like, I want a little bit more, Well, on our road to the 6th, we're going to have intensives every month. So December, January, February, I'm going to be doing additional 1 day for our intensives, right? And so you'll see in December, we're going to do the authority amplifier intensive. In January, we're going to do a systems and strategy intensive. And in February, we're going to do a pitch perfect prep intensive. If you want those three plus positioned for profit, right now you can get those for $300. Again, I'm telling y'all, I'm crazy with these prices, but I need to help y'all. I want to help y'all out, right? So if you want to do position for profit alone, just that one intensive, $100. If you want to do all four of the intensives, meaning November, December, January, February, then those, all four of those together are $300 right now until we increase the price on the 11th. All right. If you're saying, yeah, Kelly, that's great, but I hear you talking about this speaking industry expo and this thing that's happening in Atlanta and what's going on with that, and I want to go to that too. Great. That's what you really should do. So let's talk about having the position for profit. It's really the road to 6 plus the 2 day experience, because you're going to get all four of the intensives and you get your 2 day general admission ticket to the 6. So you'll be able to join us at the 6th, March 17th and 18th. If you get that ticket right now, $400. Crazy, because if you go on the Speaking Industry Expo website right now, just for the 2 day ticket, it's $500. Just for that ticket. Right now, for $400, before the prices increase this weekend, you are going to get a 2 day general admission ticket, all four intensives. Yes. So that means that you get position for profit, plus you get the free. You get all three of the other ones for free. Now, if you're like me and you like to go all in, here's what I would say for you to really do is to get the best deal of the day, which is position for profit plus a 3 day mogul admission ticket. Means that you get position for profit, you get authority amplify intensive in December, you get systems and strategy intensive in January, you get pitch perfect prep intensive in February, and you get a 3 day mogul admission for the 6th in March. And the 3 day, it comes with all kinds of stuff, right? Mogul admission, you get private masterminds with me before the event, during the event, and after the event. There's 3 different masterminds that you're going to have with me. You get free lunch every day, and it's going to be good, y'all. It's going to be a good lunch. You get hot seat priority. You get early entrance to the ballroom. You get reserved seating. You get all the works. You get treated like a mogul. And right now, that ticket is only $650. When I tell you these prices are ridiculous, and don't let the number fool you, and don't think because they're low, there's no value. I promise you, I am who I say I am. I am her. And the value that you will get, this just doesn't even compare, right? The numbers here, the pricing doesn't compare. Again, $650, this price is going to go up. If you go right now to the speakingindustryexpo.com website and you go to get your 3 day mogul ticket, it is $950. So for $300 less for the next 3 days, 11 hours, 25 minutes and counting, you will get for $650. So $300 less than that ticket, you will get all four of the intensives I just talked to you about, plus the 3 day mogul admission. If you don't do this and you say you want to know how to get paid to speak, or you keep asking like, how do I find these paid speaking engagements, and how people out here getting 25,000, 50,000, 6-figure contracts, and you don't take the time and the energy and the money to invest in learning how to do that from somebody who actually knows how to do that, then you just want to ask questions. You really don't want to do it. And it's not about the information, because the information is everywhere. Information is free. The difference is that when you come to these intensives and when you come to the 6, we're actually going to do the work. We're going to implement. We're going to develop the assets that you need to be able to go out there and actually achieve the goals that you say that you want to achieve. So again, all you got to do is go to expertpreneur.forprofit.com. You'll see all of this information about the intensives, and the intensives plus the 6 as a bundle. If you just want to do one, do one. If you want to do one, if you just want to do the expo, you can go directly to the expo site and buy that ticket. I don't know why you would do that right now, but hey, I'll take it. It's more money for me. I'll take it. But if I were you, I would stay on this page and I would get my bundles over here. So, all right, y'all. Let me come back to you full on, full screen. Let me see who's over there on Instagram. Hey, y'all over there. Hey, everybody who's joined me on LinkedIn and Facebook and YouTube. Again, if you have any questions about my AI team, let me know. Drop it in the comments. If you want to lease my team, we're going to be leasing. We're going to be leasing them individually because some people may only need one team member. So we're going to lease them individually. We'll lease them like in a different, like in a bundle, and then we'll have like an all access to the team. So you can DM me, put in the comments if you want to know more about leasing our team. And then beyond that, I'm going to see you November 3rd through the 5th at Positioned for Profit. And in March 16th through the 18th, of 2026, I will see you at the 6th. And until next time, and until you see me live again, take care. Oh, but before, hey, let me know what you thought about the team. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know any thoughts and what you thought about what Remixi did, like, the stuff that she created for us in, what was it, like, 16 minutes? If it was that long, I don't even think it was that long, right? I can't remember. You'll go back and see how long it took. Anyway, until next time, y'all, take care.